All right, my little painted rusted Tinkerbots.
Tinkerbot.
All right, if you followed me down this path so far, as far as getting a YouTube partnership, then you should have a pretty good idea for a video series, and you should already have a YouTube channel, and you should already have a website to post your videos to. If not, then you can catch up on all the videos at tinkernut.com/partnerproject. But for now, it's time to show you guys how to start making videos. So let's go ahead and get to it. So as much as I would like to, we could just jump right into the video series, but there's as far as editing videos, but there's a lot to cover before that because there's just too many options. There's just too many options as far as what type of video camera to use, what type of software to use, and I've got to cover that before we can actually start into the editing. So the first thing that you need to do is find out what's best for you depending on what you have and what you're wanting to do. And what I'll do is explain some of the different options that are out there, and you can choose from those. So the first thing is to take a look at is video. And despite what you've heard, you don't need an awesome video camera to make a video. You don't even need a camera at all. If you're doing a desktop, if you're doing a software tutorial, you can do video streaming. So if you're using a camera, essentially you can just a point and click camera, essentially you can just do slideshows or do stop motion. There's some good stop motion programs out there. So one of them is, let me find it, is monkeijam.org. If you want to do stop motion, if you don't have a video camera, you can go to monkeijam.org and download their free software and make stop motion videos out of that. Another one that's even better is, and there's a screenshot of it. Another one that's even better is called GIF Droid. And it actually works on your smartphone because all smartphones generally have cameras by now. And you can take pictures and it will, on your phone, convert it to an animated GIF. And that essentially can be converted into video and used to stop motion. So if you don't have a video camera, there's options out there for you. That's just for cameras. As far as software tutorials, if you're recording your desktop, there's different software out there for you as well. And the thing that I have to recommend, there's a couple of things that I recommend, is try to get software that can record in high definition. Because if you don't, people are going to have trouble seeing what you're trying to show them, and it's not going to look good. That's the key to looking professional, is having a good quality recording system. And there's free ones out there. And another thing that you don't want to see is this little logo right here. That ultimately cries out noob as far as video recording. If you're going to video record, use something like Camtasia, use the free version of Fraps to record games, but don't do something with a watermark. I can't stand videos that have something like that on them. A good one is camstudio.org. That is probably the best freeware. That's for Windows only, and you can download their codec for Cam Studio as well and record in even higher quality. And it also has a function where it will follow around your mouse on the screen, so you don't have to do the constantly zooming in, but it will pan and zoom, or it will pan with your mouse and follow your mouse around the screen. So that's a program that I used to use all the time, and it's a fantastic program. Another one for Linux, if you don't have Windows, is called Record My Desktop, and you can find that at the link below. And it just records the entire desktop. You can't really do any zooming or anything like that, but it's really good for Linux. Another one for Linux is called Kazam, K-A-Z-A-A-M, and that's a good one also. If you're running Mac, then Copernicus is a good free software programs. So can't leave out the Mac heads out there. So that's a good one for you. And if you want to use some software on every platform, there's a good program out there called Freezer, Freeseer, and then there's also some web-based screen recorders out there that you can use, and they will record your desktop on any platform, Windows, Mac, or Linux. So those are some good options for you. So moving on from desktop software, the next option would be webcams. Most laptops come with webcams, but like I said, and I've done a video on this before, you want to convert it to high definition. There are ways to take standard definition footage and convert it to high definition footage. But if you're in the market for a webcam, because they're pretty cheap, I'd recommend just getting one that's already high definition. Here's one that I have from Microsoft. This is the Microsoft HD LifeCam, and I've used this for video streaming before whenever my camera is broken, and it works really well. So and it was like $30, so you can get a good high definition camera for around $30 or maybe just a little bit more, and you can just get it from Amazon.com or wherever you're located at. So that's options as far as video cameras, as far as webcams go. If you have a little bit more money to invest in it, you can go with a high definition camera. A good cheap middle of the ground camera is the Canon HG10. That's what I have right here. This is what I used to use for all my videos. It records in 1080p and has automatic image stabilization, so it's fantastic for recording high definition footage and then converting it and uploading it. So that was like around $200-$300. So that's a good middle of the ground road. If you need to go cheaper, go with a high definition webcam. If you want something even more fancy than that, and you have the money to put into it, right now I'm using a Canon EOS series T2i, and I would recommend going with that. Make sure that your Canon camera, though, has video capabilities, because not all the Canon EOS cameras take video. Most of them take pictures. But if you're getting one, make sure that it has video capabilities. Those will run you around $700 to $1,800, $700 to $1,800. So that's the Canon EOS series, and that's what I'm using currently for this live stream. Other than that, if you have even more money, you could look at the Red camera. It's what Peter Jackson is currently using on his Hobbit movies. He has like 18 of them, and they'll run you like couple $100,000 each. So that's if you really have the money to invest in it. But that is a flawless camera. It's definitely high quality movie studio quality camera, but it's available for non-commercial use as well. So what you decide on depends on, number one, what your video series is about, number two, what you have available to you. My recommendation would be to start small. If you have to record yourself, start with a webcam, and then as your video series progresses, just move your way up. And if your video series starts earning money, put that money back into your video series by buying more expensive equipment. So that's kind of my recommendation on that. So there's just kind of a rundown of the different options you have available to you. So for this week, I want you guys to go ahead and go out and start filming some videos, start posting them to your website and your YouTube channel. And next week, we'll take a look at video editing, the basics of video editing. And then as I progress along the series, I'll show you how to use different video editors like Wax 2.0 or even Windows Movie Maker, which you can actually do some pretty cool stuff with. So we'll take a look at the different video editors and audio editors. But for now, go ahead and record something, and next week we'll jump right into that. All right, that's it for the partner project. See you guys next week.